What is going on, guys? JD from New York here, and this is your official Monday Night Raw review for October 19th, 2015. Monday Night Raw was live, as always, on the USA Network from the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, which is coincidentally the home of WrestleMania 32. Now, Monday Night Raw, I mean, I'm not going to come on here and bitch and moan. It's the same shit. You know, it's the same shit each and every week. Monday Night Raw was awful. I'm just going to throw it out there. Monday Night Raw was awful. You know, I'm not going to sit here and break down every fucking part of the show. I'm going to go over exactly what happened tonight. I'm going to give you guys the results, a brief description of what happened, and then we're going to talk about a few things that are just fucking eating me up inside as a wrestling fan. And that's what we're going to talk about right off the top of the show. All right. Hell in the Cell is one of the worst booked pay-per-views in recent memory in WWE history, man. This pay-per-view absolutely is fucking unnecessary. Completely outside of Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. And even that is generating no interest. The only reason why people even remotely care about this fucking match is because it is Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker, and they're fighting for the final time. We got no resolution whatsoever. We got no answers to the questions following SummerSlam, and the only reason why this is generating any interest is because, like I said, this is the last match ever between these two future Hall of Famers, and it's inside Hell in the Cell, so it's going to be unpredictable. Nobody knows what's going to happen. You know, there could be a big spot. It could be a major happening at the event inside the cell. Nobody knows. That's the only reason why people are going to watch, for this one match and this one match only. Everything else on Hell in a Cell, and I'm going to talk about this on Friday's edition of Off The Script, because that show is going to be the Hell in a Cell preview and predictions video. There's nothing else important on this show. Everything else is unnecessary and unimportant. Okay? You got Dean Ambrose and Randy Orton, or supposedly Randy Orton now that he's injured. They were on the pre-show with Braun Strowman and Luke Harper. Tonight, Luke Harper was nowhere to be found. Eric Rowan was brought back with nothing behind it. Little did anyone know. You know, I missed a portion of this show because I was flipping back and forth with my brother, because he's a Blue Jays fan, and we were watching the Blue Jays and the Royals in Game 3 of the American League Championship Series. The Blue Jays were dominating, so obviously he wanted to see that big inning where they just broke the whole game open. So I think I missed a portion of what happened there, but, you know, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Did Eric Rowan get announced at any point on Monday Night Raw? You know, they brought him back with nothing behind it. Yeah, Eric Rowan's been out for fucking 6-7 months. Yeah, he's back on Monday Night Raw. Nobody knows where Luke Harper is. That was one of the things that was fucking making me scratch my... Where the fuck is Luke Harper? He was supposed to be at the pay-per-view. Randy Orton's supposed to be at the pay-per-view. Nobody knows. Nobody knows if this is part of an ongoing storyline, right? And then the opening of the show, you see Steve Austin come out for literally 2 minutes. He fucking just brags about the podcast with Brock Lesnar and pretty much is a walking advertisement. He gets a huge pop. And a few of you actually tweeted me, JD, that was the most loudest reaction we've heard in recent memory on Monday Night Raw. Yeah, from Stone Cold Steve Austin, who hasn't been on the fucking show in 4 years. In 4 years. Someone who is fucking retired got a bigger ovation than anyone on the active roster. So he was there to promote the podcast, which is ongoing right now. I'll probably do a review about that tomorrow if I'm up for it. I'm going to watch it, relax, and I'm going to watch that after the show. So that was Steve Austin's part of the show. Nothing major. He introduces Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker. Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker and Paul Heyman go back and forth, and it was just uninteresting. It was completely uninteresting, man. There's no build-up to Hell in a Cell at all. On any front, with any matches on this card, there's nothing that generates any interest. Even the Lesnar-Undertaker segment tonight, it was nothing behind it. Undertaker's in the ring, promising that, even the fucking depths of hell are going to look like the pearly gates of heaven. When I get through with you, it's going to be a dark place for Brock Lesnar. All this fucking typical bullshit that the Undertaker's talking about. The same fucking garbage. And then Brock Lesnar trying to act tough walks to the ring, jumps on top of the apron. Undertaker's egging him on, and then he backs away. Paul Heyman's like, no, he's getting in your head, he's getting in your head. You know, Brock Lesnar wasted fucking 15, 20 minutes to open the show because nothing transpired from whatever happened there. We didn't get an answer to what happened at SummerSlam. Why did The Undertaker tap out? Was it something that he devised during the match? Was it something that was planned by The Undertaker if he was put in that position? Nobody ever said anything about the fucking tap out that we seen at SummerSlam. So why did it happen? Why? We have no answers to these questions. So that entire 20 minutes with The Undertaker, Austin, and Brock Lesnar was a complete fucking waste to open the show, okay? And the other thing that was bothering me during this show, and we'll talk about it as we go down the card, the Shield is reunited on Monday Night Raw. The fucking Shield is reunited on Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins was like, yeah, don't think about it as a Shield reunion. I'm the World Heavyweight Champion. These guys do what I say. But it's a Shield reunion. And it was a one-night thing, right? No build behind it, no teases behind it or anything. WWE completely wasted an opportunity for this to actually be a real thing if they wanted. This entire night of Monday Night Raw was built off nothing regarding Hell in a Cell. There was no build at all to Hell in a Cell. Everything that they did Hell in a Cell-wise just feels completely unimportant. It was a night of nostalgia. Alright, 6-man tag after 6-man tag after fucking tag team matches out the ass. That's all we seen on Monday Night Raw, tag team matches. If it's one thing or another, it's every fucking week we see tag team matches on Monday Night Raw. Most of them consisting of 6-man tag. I am fucking sick and tired of the 6-man tag. Do you know what the 6-man tag means to me? It means to me that, number one, WWE is not creative. I don't know what the fuck they have a creative team for. Number two, it shows you how lazy these fucking people are. That they take all these meaningless feuds that they got going on week in and week out, from Monday Night Raw to SmackDown, back to Monday Night Raw, all these meaningless feuds, instead of giving us singles matches that mean something, with something behind it that we can sink our teeth into, and invest our time in watching, and actually give a shit about. No, they take all these meaningless feuds that they got built up each and every week, that mean nothing, and they just bundle them up into a 6-man tag each and every fucking week. Every week. It's fucking pointless. Every 6-man tag match that you've seen tonight and every fucking week on Monday Night Raw mean nothing. They mean absolutely fucking nothing. I don't believe it. I don't know what WWE is doing. I don't know what type of direction they go in. I say it every week. I don't understand how you wake up the next morning and say, you know what, we put on a damn good show in Dallas. If that's any indication of the product going into WrestleMania, this WrestleMania is going to be fucking terrible. If you have to bank on Steve Austin, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, Brock Lesnar, The Undertaker, to fucking build Hell in a Cell and generate some excitement to your program leading into Hell in a Cell, you are doing a shitty fucking job. Seriously. Monday Night Raw, I say it every week, and it gets worse every week. It is in shambles. It is in fucking shambles. You think the Titanic has been fucking buried at the bottom of the fucking ocean for fucking years, decades, right? What is Monday Night Raw? Monday Night Raw belongs right next to the Titanic, down at the bottom of the fucking ocean, man, because it's a sinking fucking ship, okay? I don't understand how they can be pleased with the creative direction of this show. There's just so much head-scratching moments on Monday Night Raw. Some of you were even tweeting me, yeah, JD, it's one of the best Raws in recent memory. Yeah, because what are you comparing it to? You're comparing it to fucking garbage. It's still garbage. It's built off nostalgia. You know what nostalgia is? A blast from the past. Something that's going to make you feel good for the time being. Something that you remember that was good back in the day. They bring it back and they put a fresh coat of paint on it. It's nothing. If you have to fucking bring in all these Hall of Famers and these old-timers to build towards a Hell in a Cell, do you know what that means for your fucking creative team? That you're fucking garbage. You are fucking trash. I don't understand. This Hell in a Cell, These pay-per-views are fucking meaningless, dude. I swear to God. I have no match simulations to do because the entire fucking card is absolutely fucking pointless. The only thing I'm going to do either tomorrow or Wednesday is The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. I don't even know how I'm going to preview this show. John Cena doesn't even have a fucking opponent. He doesn't even have an opponent lined up for Hell in a Cell. And then the 6-man tag match that we seen with Sheamus, Barrett, and Rusev versus Ziggler, Neville, and Cesaro, they're doing that match again on the pre-show. Another 6-man tag. So, Ziggler, me thinking that he could be challenging John Cena for the United States Championship, I think that's out the window. And I got a little thought in my head about who might challenge him for the United States Championship. It could be either Big E. I don't want to see that. I don't think that's a pay-per-view worthy match. But the other thing I was thinking about, just right before Monday Night Raw went off the air, because I found out that, Cesaro and Ziggler and Neville were going to be fighting Sheamus, Barrett, and Rusev in the pre-show of Hell in a Cell. I'm thinking, you know what? All this talk of Tyler Breeze making his main roster debut any week now. What a moment that would be if you bring him to the main roster and you debut him at Hell in a Cell, and John Cena's waiting for an opponent in the ring, and then all of a sudden, you see Tyler Breeze with the fucking selfie stick and the fucking flamboyant outfit, and you got some fucking girls following him from behind, walking down the aisle. He actually debuts at Hell in a Cell, puts on a great fucking match with John Cena, and beats John Cena for the United States Championship. What a fucking debut that would be, right? That's a fucking great idea, if you ask me. Tyler Breeze beating John Cena in his debut match on the main roster to win the United States Championship, and then John Cena could go on his sabbatical and then come back at the Royal Rumble if he wants. That's a great fucking debut, man. I got my fucking brain cells working on that one. We could definitely see that at Hell in a Cell. You know, that's one thing that we could possibly see. I hope it's not Big E. I don't think Dolph Ziggler's going to do double duty. That would be pretty fucking lame and cheesy if that happened. Nobody gives a fuck about Dolph Ziggler right now. But those are the things that I'm thinking about during Monday Night Raw. You bundle all that up, everything that I said. Those are my concerns from the show. So, that's what we got going on into Hell in a Cell. This show was not a go-home show. It was, like I said, something that was built straight off nostalgia. You know, WWE is in a terrible, terrible, terrible situation right now. That even these pay-per-views, you got Hell in a Cell, and then you got Survivor Series, and then TLC, they just don't care. They just don't care about the build for these pay-per-views, because why? Fuck you. That's why. You're getting it for $9.99. They don't think you need a proper pay-per-view build, man. They can put matches on the card hours before the pay-per-view. Nobody's gonna fucking care, right? Yeah, nobody gives a fuck. I want matches to be fucking planned out weeks in advance. You know, I want things to be fucking announced on Monday Night Raw weeks in advance to generate excitement. If Stone Cold Steve Austin was going to fucking be the opener for Monday Night Raw, why wouldn't you announce that weeks in advance to get people interested, to pop a nice rating for the opening 20 minutes of the show? I don't get it. They did nothing to announce that. Was it a last-minute deal? You know, Steve Austin constantly says, yeah, I'm not going to be a part of Monday Night Raw. Next thing you know, right before the show, yeah, Steve Austin's going to open the show. Give me a fucking break, man. This is not how you run a fucking a flagship program. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. So Austin opened the show, yada, yada, yada. He talked about the podcast with Brock Lesnar. He's going to have him on. Then he introduced The Undertaker. He left the ring. Undertaker talks about Lesnar and this and that, about Hell in a Cell. And it was very, very unexciting. Trust me when I say you guys missed absolutely nothing when it comes to Lesnar and The Undertaker. It's simply built off what they did at SummerSlam. It's in Hell in a Cell. That's all you need to know. I'm sure it's going to be a great contest. I'm sure it's going to be fucking hellacious. It's going to be brutal. And that's it. It's going to end it. It's going to end the feud. Undertaker's going to go on and win. That's my prediction to that. So that's the only match that has been built up, at least somewhat, leading into Hell in a Cell. Everything else, Wyatt and Reigns has been built up, but I don't think that's going to generate enough interest to captivate an audience inside Hell in a Cell. I'm sure it's going to be a great match, but It does nothing for this viewer. It really doesn't do anything for this this viewer. John Cena, Dudley Boys, and the New Day. Listen, we've seen this match a couple weeks ago. WWE, again, just giving it to us again. At the end of the match, Xavier Woods, as always, went through a fucking table. Powerbomb off the top rope by Bubba Ray Dudley. New Day beat John Cena and the Dudley Boys with a roll-up to Devon in 8 minutes and 32 seconds. The Wyatt family attacked Randy Orton was a breaking news by Michael Cole over the weekend, meaning he's out of the match on Sunday. We don't know who Dean Ambrose's partner is going to be against. I don't know where Luke Harper is, like I said in the outset. It might be Eric Rowan now and Braun Strowman versus Dean Ambrose and maybe a possible NXT talent. I don't know. They don't fill us in on anything, so we have to see how that transpires. Hopefully I have more news on that when it comes to Friday and Off the Script. Nikki Bella and Alicia Fox versus Naomi and Sasha Banks. Nobody fucking cares here because Sasha Banks was in the match for a whole 40 seconds. Nobody fucking cares. Nikki Bella and Alicia Fox beat Naomi and Sasha Banks. Rack attack to Naomi. I don't give a fuck. I wish they would all go away and we could get a proper women's division on Monday Night Raw. Shawn Michaels comes out, probably the best part of the show, talking back and forth with Seth Rollins. He goes on to say that why would Seth Rollins want to be version 2 of him when he was out there back in the day showing you why he is the best wrestler of all time. Very, very good segment. A lot of you guys are fucking thirsty for a Seth Rollins versus Shawn Michaels match. I think that would be fucking awesome. But that led into Ryback and Seth Rollins. Again, this is why the ratings are failing. How does Vince McMahon, capture the audience? How does he get the interest of those people that have left Monday Night Raw? By giving us the same garbage that drove those people away. Ryback and Seth Rollins. Ryback loses to the Pedigree in 4 fucking minutes. You know what doesn't make sense to me? Why Ryback is in a match with Seth Rollins. You should have put him in a match against somebody that you were actually going to put him over against instead of dropping him to Seth Rollins while he has a match with Kevin Owens at the pay-per-view at Hell in a Cell on Sunday for the Intercontinental title. He loses in 4 minutes. How does that make Ryback look going into the Intercontinental title match, man? Doesn't do anything for him. So for me, that makes me think that Kevin Owens is an easy victory at Hell in a Cell, which should be the case anyway, but it doesn't make Ryback look good. Ryback got his revenge later on with a big powerbomb to Kevin Owens, but, what does it do if he's dropping to Seth Rollins in 4 minutes? It's not going to get anyone over. It's not going to make anyone believe that Ryback is going to beat Kevin Owens. It makes no sense. Shitty booking by WWE. Totally didn't need to happen, and we didn't need to see this match, period, man. It was a waste of fucking 4 minutes. Ziggler, Cesaro, Neville versus King Barrett, Sheamus, and Rusev. I'm going to say nobody fucking cares. These 6-man tags mean absolutely fucking nothing. The main thing that I looked forward to in this match was to see how they treated Rusev. Was he going to fucking job? Was he going to take the pin against Ziggler, Cesaro, or Neville? That didn't happen. Dolph Ziggler actually took the pin when Sheamus gave him a bro kick on the outside, and then he was pinned by Wade Barrett after a bro kick, like I said, at 12:57. Sheamus, Barrett, and Rusev beat Neville, Cesaro, and Ziggler. This rematch will happen at the Hell in a Cell pre-show. Again, these 6-man tags mean absolutely fucking nothing and do nothing for all 6 men involved. It's just absolute filler to give you something to watch on a pay-per-view, man. And then all you fucking WWE goons, you're gonna eat it up like fucking shit on a plate, like I said on Off the Script, man. Put some fucking chocolate sauce and whipped cream on that motherfucker, and you're gonna eat it up anyway. Why? Because the WWE doesn't fucking care. We don't care, they don't care, and it shows with these 6-man tags, okay? Brie Bella versus Charlotte. I love Charlotte. I think she's fucking awesome. I just don't fucking care. Anything with the women, I'm going to say it every fucking week. I don't care. Watch Wednesday on NXT. That's your women's revolution right there. I'll say it every fucking week. Kevin Owens versus Mark Henry. This actually did Kevin Owens good. Mark Henry's a fucking beast. He's still a big guy, even though he is the world's strongest jobber. Kevin Owens beat Mark Henry with a fucking massive pop-up powerbomb at 342. Post-match, Ryback chases Owens off, but Henry on the outside throws Kevin Owens back in the ring, and Ryback hits him with a big powerbomb. I guess that's Ryback's revenge for losing against Seth Rollins earlier in the evening, but I think Kevin Owens is going to retain the title. Why? Because that is the best situation possible. You don't want to take the title off Kevin Owens. He's looking good, even though they're putting him against fucking jobbers. I want him to be a little bit more stronger. They are putting him over strong with wins over the Lucha Dragons and Mark Henry. But, Kevin Owens, I want to see him in a meaningful feud, man. This Ryback shit has got to end. I can't wait for Sami Zayn to come back. Another video on Lesnar and The Undertaker, chronological, back from WrestleMania, talking about the streak being ended, going on into SummerSlam, and then his fucking confrontation at Battleground, and then the Hell in a Cell, all the same shit. The entire pay-per-view built off this one video package for the last 4 weeks, and that's about it. Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins versus the Wyatt family. You'd think this would be a little bit more important, man. Seth Rollins teaming with the fucking Shield. Once again, the Shield reunited. Nothing came of this match at all. Seth Rollins ended up fucking leaving the match towards the end. It did nothing, and it was just very unexciting to me. The WWE wasted a huge opportunity if they definitely wanted to get the Shield back together. They put them in the ring. The crowd was chanting, "This was awesome." It was nothing but nostalgia, like I said. They built this entire show off of things of the past that made you feel good. Why? Because WWE is fucking clueless about how to book Monday Night Raw. So they brought back 5 legends, and they gave you one of the more dominating groups in WWE history, reunited against the Wyatt family, giving you a feud and a match that was fucking captivating back a couple of years ago when both teams were just hitting the scene on the WWE. They failed to captivate anything like they did back in the day. It was a complete waste of fucking time, and the crowd really didn't give a shit about it. Honestly, they didn't. I didn't. I'm sure you guys didn't. Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins teaming together should feel like a big deal, but it didn't. WWE failed and missed a huge opportunity here. Kane wasn't even on the show. They got a WWE Championship match, and Kane was nowhere to be found, or Demon Kane, I should say. Corporate Kane was fucking suspended for whatever reason. Kane, the Demon Kane wasn't even on the show to build towards his match, which I'm grateful for, because any show without Kane is a better show, period. But, it's a WWE Championship match, and you don't have him on Monday Night Raw to build towards the go-home show of Hell in a Cell? I don't understand that. I really don't. And like I said, this is a failed opportunity on WWE's part. This should have felt massive. The Shield getting back together. It should have some meaning behind it. Instead of just snapping your fingers, yeah, let's put the Shield out there because why? We had all these nostalgia moments and these nostalgia acts on Monday Night Raw. Let's give them the Shield once again as a one-time only thing on Monday Night Raw to close the show. That's all they did. And they tried to pop a cheap rating. It shows. WWE is desperate as always, and it shows. And this is what they get. Going up against the Blue Jays and the Royals in the ALCS, even though it was a blowout game in the 3rd inning, it was still a championship game for MLB. And then you had the Giants and the Eagles on Monday Night Football. Monday Night Raw, I doubt is going to even put a dent in either of these ratings going against those 2 major events, man. I seriously hope, and I'm going to continue to say it, I hope Monday Night Raw dips into the fucking 1.8s, the 1.9s, and gets progressively worse each and every week. Because then, and only then, is change going to happen. If they continue to get 2.3s, 2.4s, then that's comfortable for WWE. That means that people are watching and WWE is comfortable where they are right now. If they dip any lower than that into the 1.8s, the 1.9s, they're going to try to do something to get those viewers back and give us something meaningful. This entire show, Monday Night Raw, down to the fucking theme music, needs a massive fucking overhaul for 2016. It's too late for 2015. It's too late to do anything with this fucking show. Again, every week I come on here, you guys say I'm negative. I'm negative, and I tell you how it is. If you enjoy Monday Night Raw and ask me, JD, why the fuck do you watch it? It's the same shit each and every fucking week. You come on here, bitch and moan. I'm going to say it. You are the reason this show sucks. Because you fucking take everything that WWE does and you fucking jerk off to it. That's all you do. You're the reason why the show sucks, because you're content with the garbage they're putting out. Meanwhile, I sit here and hope and fucking have faith that someone out there is listening to the fucking fans' cries that we want Monday Night Raw back the way it was. And it's not going to happen unless fucking there's a complete downfall. to Monday Night Raw. And I hope that it happens, because that's the only time it's going to happen, when things change. Either that or Vince McMahon, Kevin Dunn, and everybody that works alongside him needs to fucking go, and you let Triple H take Monday Night Raw. Give Triple H control of Monday Night Raw for the remainder of the year. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Take a fucking vacation. Obviously, it shows that you need to fucking rest. And rest your brain, because you're not doing anything that makes any sense anymore. This entire show made no fucking sense. It generated no interest towards Hell in a Cell. You have absolutely no fucking pay-per-view that even remotely is going to be interesting for an average viewer. You know, for the fucking losers and the goons out there who eat WWE shit up each and every week, yeah, you'll enjoy it, but to me, it's fucking garbage. It is absolutely fucking rehashed fucking garbage. And this entire show, like I said, was built off nostalgia. That's all it was, and it shows how pathetic WWE really is. That's your fucking review. I don't give a shit. If you liked it, I hope you did. If not, well, go fuck yourself, man. That's all I got to say about that. I'm going to come on here each and every week and give you guys a real perspective from a fucking upset and livid wrestling fan, because Monday Night Raw, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't know where they're going with their storylines. I don't know who back there in fucking Stamford, Connecticut is fucking penning this bullshit. It's got to come to an end, man. It's got to come to an end. Give Triple H the fucking reins. Let him run with Monday Night Raw for the rest of the year. What do you have to lose? You have absolutely nothing. You have nothing to lose. Seriously. I want to see someone else with a creative fucking brain to book Monday Night Raw instead of the fucking people that are currently doing it right now. What are you going to lose? What do you have to lose? Nothing. At least we got NXT on Wednesday, and we got actual storylines that matter down there that are going to generate interest and are going to captivate the fucking audience to watch week to week to week. That's what we need on Monday Night Raw, but we're not getting it, but you're getting it on NXT, so I recommend you guys watch NXT on Wednesday to get your wrestling fill if you're a WWE fan. But that's Monday Night Raw review, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to watch the Lesnar Stone Cold podcast right now. If I'm up for it, I'll review it tomorrow. If not, you know, it's all right. It's just a fucking 1 hour podcast. Hopefully something important comes out of it. Hopefully there's a tease of something there for WrestleMania 32. We'll see. But if you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. I'll be back on Friday with Off the Script, Hell in a Cell preview and predictions. As always, right before pay-per-view, I'm going to do a match simulation for The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar this week. Look forward to that as well. And then Hell in a Cell on Sunday, man. I'll be right here reviewing that motherfucker right here on my channel. If you guys missed my WrestleCrate review, I also did a WrestleCrate unboxing for September 2015. I'll link you in the description below, and I'll put an annotation on the screen if you guys are watching from mobile or PC. Go check that out, WrestleCrate.com, the best subscription service you can get delivered to your front door, man. If you guys want to donate to the show, you can donate down in the description. PayPal link is right down there, or you can buy a t-shirt as well to donate and support the show. ProWrestlingTees.com/WWE Off the Script. This is JD. I'll see you guys later this week with more Hell in a Cell coverage. Until then, take care, and I will talk to you all very soon. Thank you guys for watching.